How's it going, Jack Tackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today I'm going to be counting down my top 5 favorite Batman villains of all time. So without further ado, let's just get into this.
So glad you could make it.
This ends tonight. All of it.
Nobody knows that better than me.
Now, when I'm referring to Jason Todd, I mainly have to speak about Red Hood because that's more of his villainous title, but to be honest, I've always viewed Jason Todd, Red Hood, as more of an anti-hero, mainly because he's not really psychotic, he just has one goal, and that is to kill the Joker, which is something Batman will never do. And then once that's done, he's like, alright, I'm done now. Like, that's his one goal. But I did want to include him on this list because he is a villain towards Batman. Therefore, he has to be on the list because he's, yes, as a character, I would say, yeah, he's more of an anti-hero, sure. But he is villainous and is trying to get in the way of what Batman is doing, therefore justifying him to be on this list. But yeah, Jason Todd, Red Hood, he's such a complex and interesting character, and just really interesting, and he's definitely got to make it to number 5 on the list. Love this character, man. So yeah.
Hush, Batman. Hush.
Now, Hush is another great Batman villain, and some people will view him as, like, the Batman villain, the most torturous towards Batman. Like, they are very similar in some sort of aspects, and they're very closely tied, I should say. And obviously, I really love the Batman Hush comic, and, you know, the movie wasn't that great, but as a character overall, Hush is really, really interesting and really cool looking. Like, first of all, his design is just really interesting with all the bandages and stuff, and the way he taunts and, like, tortures Batman psychologically, it's really good stuff. I mean, that's why I just love Hush for that reason, and yeah, what can I say? He's a great villain.
You know how to disappear. We can teach you to become truly invisible.
Now, when I was thinking of doing this list, I didn't immediately think of Ras al Ghul, but to be honest, I really do love this character, and especially his interpretation in Batman Begins, and just in general, his ties to Bruce Wayne and him training Bruce Wayne and all that. And out of respect for Bruce Wayne, he knows, you know, that he's Batman, of course, but he doesn't reveal his identity to the public just because he respects him. And that's just crazy. Like, Ras al Ghul is a really, really cool character. And in the comics, you know, it can kind of get supernatural with him and whatnot, which I don't necessarily enjoy that aspect too much, but it is still a cool idea overall. You know, him being, you know, hundreds of years old in the Lazarus pit and being the demon's head, and I just really like that. So Ras al Ghul is going to have to be number 3.
Don't bother to adjust the picture. For the next 5 minutes, I'm in control.
So Harvey Dent Two-Face is another great Batman villain. I think I love the interpretation of him in The Dark Knight the most, but, I mean, he's great in the Batman the Animated Series, he's great in the comics. I think him having these two personalities, which isn't explored in The Dark Knight too much, but it is kind of neat, like multiple personality disorder almost. And, you know, you can never know if you can trust him and stuff like that. And him just looking really cool. Like, the character design for him is also just totally rad, in my opinion. And, I mean, him flipping the coin and, you know, the only morality in a cruel world. That sort of thing. So, I love Two-Face. And he's definitely one of my favorite Batman villains of all time.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
Ah, yes, of course, number 1 is the Joker. What'd you expect it to be? The Joker's one of the best villains of all time, period. That's it. He's one of the best villains of all time. You know, he's up there with Darth Vader. Trying to think of other villainous people, but I can't think of any. Well, he's up there with Darth Vader. That's all you need to know. No, but seriously, this guy, the mystery behind him, and I know there are some origins for him, but in my opinion, I don't really like those. Like the Killing Joke, I kind of wish that never really happened, like with his origins, but the mystery of him, the craziness of him, all of it is just so amazing and just well done. There's so many great Joker stories, so many great interpretations of the character that all around this character is just great. This villain is the Batman villain, the main antagonist for Batman, and it's just, he's amazing. What can I say? But anyway, guys, those are my top 5 favorite Batman villains, so let me hear your top 5 favorites or more down in the comments below. And if you guys liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Boop.